IBXToycat, and today I'm going to be playing with Minecraft's new graphical settings, which we're enabling via Poggy's Luminous streams. We've also got actions and stuff enabled, and it's going to be a fun time in survival. Most of the time that people show off new graphical settings, they're doing so via creative, honestly, because it's the easiest way to see a world, but that doesn't mean that this is what most people like to imagine when they're seeing what it will look like, so today we're going to be playing around with that. Also, I was going to, before I realized that enabling the experimental features would disable achievements, I wanted to ride a pig off a cliff because it's one of the very few achievements I don't have yet for the PC version of Minecraft. I switched from Xbox recently, but I learned that I wouldn't be able to get the achievement, and I was bummed. I really wanted to do it, and then I realized, why should I let that stop me? You know, in a world where no one can tell you what you can and cannot do, why should I let the game tell me precisely that? And so today, we're going to be playing, and we're going to be having a beautiful old time. Look at this, by the way. Just already can't you tell that there's something nutty going on here? So yeah, with that said, oh, actions and stuff. So actions and stuff is everything to do with the animations of the world, and Luminous Streams is obviously the pack, which allows for sand to look this beautiful and mildly reflective, and for the water to have these brand new reflections, which are going to be done from the water perspective. It's very, very good stuff. I feel like every time I try to explain technical stuff, my vocabulary melts to the point where I worry about my ability to do so. Anyway, there's a bunch of wolves right here, and I want to tame them before I go off on an adventure. And so, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to jump right into this water, and I'm going to try and get some bones nice and easily. One of the easiest ways to find bones, if you are a Big Salmon Edition player, is to find said big salmon. But yeah, in the water, things, honestly, kind of messy here. It's going from green to blue, a little bit more than I think makes any sense to do. But yeah, let's come right out for that. Okay. You know, actually, fun fact, by the way, if you ever end up dying right next to spawn, there's literally no downside. You might think there's downside, but there isn't. If you die with 2 items on you, it means you get a free stock of hunger, and so rather than wasting your hunger on healing, you might as well let the drown kill you. So thank you, it was lovely to be alive. But let's go find some bones. Oh, it spawned so far away. Oh, what a penalty. It's kind of a funny thing. Like oh yeah, it's so compelling looking at the water here. Look at the sheep's reflection over there. Oh, yeah. But it's not so compelling not being able to see where I'm going in the water, and not being able to see if there's any salmon nearby. It's a very dark, mystical world down there. One which sadly doesn't contain any salmon right now. But yeah, for now, let's just take a second to take a glance at this sheep's reflection. It's something crazy to see. The same with the turtle. Some nice animations in here. So let's go. Oh, by the way, something I was meant to do. I spoke to PoggyIsLit just for this, and they recommended, this is a very weird thing for me to do, they recommended turning down your brightness. They said when you're at about 33% brightness, the pack looks better. And so if it looks better during this stream, you'll know exactly why. The water looks beautiful but terrifying. It's kind of like in real life, right? This is the problem that realism mods for Minecraft run into very quickly, which is that the real world isn't perfectly fun, and in video games you expect to be able to do things that aren't realistic. And especially in Minecraft, there are so many... What is that? Oh, it's a drowned. He's walking so funny. There's a lot of things in Minecraft that you expect to be able to do that make no sense in the real world, like punching the sheep to death. That doesn't make any sense. Look at the way he's running from me, but he's still not going to be able to get away. And so when you add a little bit of realism to stuff like movement, in the real world you'd never have a hill that's a meter high, but the sheep has to know how to get up and down it anyway. And so when it does it in a realistic way, it creates a bit of an interesting difference. This is, I think, a solvable problem, but still an interesting one to encounter. That as you make Minecraft more realistic, it either feels less realistic or less like that. So, mate, what are these physics? You know, what are Minecraft physics in general, though, right? That's my point here. So yeah, look at these pigs' legs. I'm gonna see if the pig reflects into the water real quick. Yeah, look at that. You can see it just very faintly there. You can see the pig having a little bit of a glow on the water, and that takes some real rendering to do. But yeah, the wolf over here is happy to see me, but I have nothing for him, and so I don't really worry about that. I am gonna grab some sugarcane. It's one of those resources where when you need it bad, and when you don't need it, you feel silly for gathering it. What is that? That was experience. Oh, it was the experience source from killing the pig. They looked so good, chat. 60 sold. Hey! Oh, it refreshes automatically. I'm glad to hear. Thank you, Jessup Kane. Some of the players are curious if it requires a special graphics card. So yeah, if you, the goal is, this is something I guess is really the big question I should be answering first. If you are playing, the reason that they can't just say, you know, RTX, which was made literally 4 years ago now, the reason they can't just say we're done with it is because that specifically doesn't work on consoles and phones, and even on PCs. It's like got a lot of performance requirements. And so do you need something for this? More so than regular Minecraft, but not as insane as you're probably expecting. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's not how a pig would move. Thank you, Jessup Kane, for gifting a membership. The sunlight looks like it could barbecue you within seconds. Yeah, I do appreciate, even though this is like over the top sun for most people, this is how the sun feels to me. It feels like there's a big oppressive blob in the sky that will melt me alive any second. I feel like it's an underappreciated reality that the sun is one of the worst things around, and we act like we want it. We get excited when it's sunny outside and sad when it's not. We are, you know, like we have an abusive partner in the form of the sun, and we're all just going along with it. Like that's an okay and normal thing. So I'm gonna pick up some stone while we're here at this mountain. If we go a little bit higher up, we might even find some. No, we won't. I've tried the finding iron method this way before. But you can also see that the shadows are working just a little bit more realistically here. They might work even better if we go into the hillside, but hopefully we don't need to do that. So crafting table over here. By the way, doesn't my arm look weird? Like in third person, I look fairly normal, but in first person, my arm is detached, like in RTX. It's maybe a natural consequence of what we're trying to do here. So what resource pack adds the mob animations? So this is called Actions and Stuff. It is one of the most like hotly anticipated Minecraft Bedrock packs I've seen in a while. The creator just dropped the trailer for it out of nowhere, released it, and then decided to unrelease it. There are rumors that they want to release it on the marketplace, but I haven't seen those substantiated. It is a big mystery, and so you can get your hands on it, but it seems like the creator doesn't necessarily want you to. So I sadly can't share a download link with you, like we can for the PoggyIsLit pack. But yeah, isn't this something? Only available in the preview, of course, with the experimental features turned on, but still something special anyway. Now I've got a stone pickaxe, I can start killing a few more mobs, and I'm gonna crack this pack to remove the animations. The animations are a separate pack, Mr. Sybee. I felt like combining them together would be good though. It's kind of like the realism craft vibe. Of like, by deliberately combining two things together, we hopefully see better parts of each of them. So stuff like, you know, something you'll never be able to do in Minecraft is see your own reflection. And I think that's real. Oh, wait. In first person you can't, but in third person you exist. And so you can. Again, look at this. This is weird. You can see my legs in the water from this perspective, but from this perspective, I just see sand. Isn't that fun? But yeah, you can just about see your reflection in the water if you've got a good light source, which I think is interesting. I thought this was RTX when I first clicked. Yeah, I think it might be worth going back into RTX to hopefully explain the difference at some point soon, maybe. I definitely feel like it is, you know, like, to most people, they see default vanilla Minecraft beautiful graphics and they think, oh, these are all the same thing. And I feel like that was me in the early days of deferred rendering. I was like, aren't we just doing stuff that we already could hit? Also, that gold block is doing something very odd. Oh, it's reflecting the obsidian, I think. But like in a way that fizzles out when you look away from it. Oh, that's very strange. Ah, that's lava! Ah! I did not know. Oh, no, I don't deserve to die for this mistake. Okay, I'm glad the game agrees. No first-person reflection is a screen space reflection limitation. Yeah, I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, tell me if I'm wrong, SI Silicon, I hope you are someone who understands this well. But when you're in first person, the game isn't actually rendering the full you character, it's just rendering your arm, right? That's why it's disconnected from the rest of me. But is that too simplistic an understanding? I would like to know. I'm gonna put my raw pork chops in there, hopefully alongside something else to smelt it. I've got some flint and steel and some leggings and a fire charge, but yeah, a little bit more could be good. No death loop today. The world agrees to keep Toycat alive. So my goal is to find a saddle, chat. I want to ride a pig off a cliff, even if there's no achievement for it. It's the thing I wanted to do, and so I'm going to do it. But there is a struggle in that, which is how do I find a saddle, and how do I find a fishing rod for a carrot? So yeah, Dasher isn't here to give coordinates. Exactly, we can't die. There's no Dasher for coordinates. It is a true fact. Okay, I'm gonna light these cows on fire to avoid having to waste my precious. Oh wow, that is cool to see the fire behind them. I like this animation. Again though, separate to the SSR, the thing we're showing off in the new graphics. It's just a thing that came out around the same time that I think will be handy for it. So this still looks cursed. The weird lighting hands that disconnect from you and wobble like clay. Oh, I don't like this either. Oh, look at the pickaxe. Feels like I'm like slightly baked on some drugs that I'm not sure that I took. Maybe the pig that I ate was on something. Something odd happened there, that's for sure. The cow was smoking. Yeah, it was the cow that was smoking. We all saw it. Okay, so I need to find a sheep, and I need to find it soon. It is night, and it is going to get alarmingly dark. As I understand it, basically every pack that plays around with light makes it makes the sun the best source of light, but then it makes it very dark when it's late. Okay, yeah, we're gonna die. When we haven't found a sheep, we haven't found a village. I've got food sorted, but that's about it. So yeah, when I feel like this is a good time to have a flint and steel though, because if we need light, we can do that. But it's like so intensely light to look at it, and then it's dark everywhere else. Actually, if we look this way, it's not too bad. And this is how your eyes work, but it doesn't feel right in a video game. This is an example. Also, on the pickaxe, it's a ghosting artifact. If you disable upscaling, it disappears at the cost of some performance. Let's do it. Disable upscaling. Disable upscaling. Oh, no! That was a creeper. Okay, so now if we swing our pickaxe, it should... Oh, okay. I don't like the horrifying mobs that are coming around here, but I like that I stand... Okay, yeah, there's a lot happening. I think getting on a horse would be great, but if we had a saddle, we would have our problem solved already. I think the best way to find a saddle is to find a village or a dungeon. Dungeons aren't amazingly easy. Honestly, a trial chamber might be pretty decent. A trial chamber or a... oh, it's dark. Okay, so what do you reckon about nighttime, chat? Yeah, disabling upscaling made a big difference. We should maybe play around with some more settings in there. See if we can't... okay, so if I'm going to light some fires there, and there. I should have to stay away from any monsters that are walking towards me. That zombie might be, so I'm just going to walk over here. And now that zombie might be, but I think we're fine. And let's see if we can't turn up some other settings. Deferred graphics options. We'll turn up shadow quality to ultra, and, you know, let's just turn them all up to ultra. See what it does. If nothing else, right? Okay. So here we are on ultra mode. Now let's see if we get any extra high quality stuff. I can barely see the mobs. Yeah, I feel like this is sometimes cool to play, but it's a horrible, like, watching experience to be like, yeah, there is just about a creeper over there. Oh, sorry, there's a bit of green behind me, chat. Didn't realize that. Yeah, from this distance, I think it's fine, but there's a lot of places where you just can't see anything. And with no conceivable way to improve that. Actually, here's what we'll do. We'll make a big torch. There we go. Yeah, big torch activated. We'll just keep using these as ways for us to see in the dark. If you don't see anything yet, chat, don't worry. There is our light source. It'll burn for a while, and then it will hopefully help us find somewhere that we need to be. Yeah, it's nice. I've got to say, I don't notice the difference in shadow quality, but I don't know if I was necessarily going to. I do know that I would like to be out of here, and I would like to find a village. I feel like a village is going to have every one of my problems solved. Or we could go underground for a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. Also, look at that. Oh my god. It looks so intense from a distance. There's our last sheep. Okay, I can't believe he just spawned there. It's perfect. I think genuinely it was the light from the tree that caused that sheep to spawn, because there's another one right here too. We can now place one of these down, use this to make a bed, use the red dye we got earlier to make sure it's a red bed. Not gonna sleep in no peasant bed. And there we go. I don't know what happened as I went to sleep there, but when we wake up in the morning, everything is fine. Nice. Isn't this wonderful? I think it is. So, yeah, now, oh man, I've got to admit, the burning looks better in the day. You'd figure the light sources would look better at night, but I feel like darkness is something that no matter what type of graphics you're playing, if it's, you know, if it's RTX or if it's or it's Realism Craft or anything like that, it feels like there should be a night mode for these packs, basically. Or rather, I guess Minecraft night vision should be better in general. Toycat, you can see your shadow. Look, I can see my shadow. You know, this confirms that I'm not a vampire, right? Is that the right lore that I got there? I'm pretty sure I did. Fire is as bright as the sun at night. But that is true in real life. But again, what's true in real life is not a good fit for a game, in my opinion. Realism in video games have a delicate relationship where you can't go all the way apart, but you can't go all the way together. Because if you could make... I had this dream. Chat, have I ever mentioned that I wanted to be... when I first learned, like... You know, when you're like 13, 14 and you learn about the Forbes rich list, you know, for some people they're like, oh, it's disgusting that some people have that much money. And for me, I was like, it'd be cool to have that much. You know, maybe that's the wrong approach to take. Maybe you think that I'm disgusting for even thinking it'd be nice to have a lot of money. But I think it'd be cool to have 50 billion. And my dream was always like, if I had large amount of money, I would make a video game. Because I've always thought to myself, like, I like, you know, I've always felt like, I really, really like some racing games. I like some, you know, survival. I like different games from different genres. Wouldn't it be cool, though, if there was just one game that was the best racing game and the best fighting game, and I'm going to kill these salmon. I'm sorry. I was looking for you for so long, and I'm just going to take the opportunity while I can to get me a bone. So, yeah, the subsurface experience isn't perfect. It looks great on top of the surface. But underneath it, a little bit less so. Also, the distance that you can see on these surface reflections, they're very limited. You see there's like a black circle around me and then everything goes a bit green after that for some reason. Also, yeah, it's very, very weird. Gotta say. Making a game about mining and crafting wouldn't be that interesting. Yeah, exactly. If you make a realistic mining simulator, people are gonna be like, I just got cancer after 4 years in the mine and my employer's denying me time off to go to the hospital. Oh, what do I do now? Oh, you know, like, I just feel like it wouldn't be that fun. I just feel like a realistic mining and crafting simulator is not going to be a great time. And so at some point you have to diverge from realism in favor of at some point, right? You know, I'm not going to say when, but you have to diverge from realism, and you have to say, yeah, we care much more, not just about making things realistic, but about making things fun. I mean, what's realistic? IRL, the sunlight only goes so far into the ocean, ends up looking murky away from land. Yeah, it's cancer from coal. It is interesting to me because I feel like for the last 5 years or so, I saw a comment on my video that summed this up quite well. That in, like, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, people were amazed at anything like this being done in vanilla Minecraft. But I think, like, as time has gone on, people have started to, like, see some of the jankier mid-stages and be like, well, it's cool, but, you know, there's, you know, all the problems I'm mentioning here. Like, if you compare this to regular Minecraft, oh, it won't let me while I'm in a boat. Okay, so let's get out real quick. Looking at this water might be realistic, and I really like it close to the, you know, I like this. It looks great on rivers, poor on the ocean, but this is what people expect to see. You expect to be able to see a rough outline of the bottom. You know, you expect to be able to see the mobs for whatever reason. There's no way in real life you'd see salmon from that far away. Oh, that was weird, but I can see them in here. This is probably the closest thing you can imagine to actually seeing them. But yeah, the point is to say that you have expectations from a video game, that it's not just there to act like the real world, but to give you some insights that you can't get because it's not the real world. There's this idea of like, you know, in the real world, there's things that you can do entirely on feeling that you can't do on feeling in a video game. You know, you can't mine till you know, you're... There's all sorts of weird effects like that. And I feel like... I'm glad that we can have an adult conversation about it, because I think there is a big proportion of people who are just like, but it looks cool. And I feel this temptation too, to be like, it just looks really cool though, doesn't it? It just looks really cool. There's a reason I'm playing it right now, and it's because every time I see an environment for the first time in it, I'm like, oh, that's a cool little environment. I'm looking forward to finding a village for the first time, being able to trade with it. Every time I'm in a slightly different situation, I see it and I'm like, this is cool. But then also there are moments where I'm like, I just want to do a Minecraft thing, and it's been made slightly harder by the fact that it looks better. The main problem is saturation and contrast, says Baz. Yeah, it's a... I think it's a delicate balance that this is, and this is why it's a good idea that they're releasing it early, is so that they can hopefully have people who get these settings right. If you really wanted to, you could make the world's worst, you know, like fancy shader style pack. You could turn all the settings up to the max and the minimum. And different people have different like preferences for different amounts of... Oh, that was interesting, huh? People have different preferences at different points. This is so intriguingly looking. Again, oh, okay, run away. That's bad. See, now is a bad time to die to a drown. There's this idea that sometimes death is not that bad, but other times it's really bad. So, Hunter Green says he loves the smoke update. Have you seen any cool caves yet, says Marvin Johnson? How about we go find a cool cave? I feel like the caving experience is one of the most important ones that is always kind of forgotten about because people are on the surface. Let's go find a cave. I wanted to find a trial chamber. I felt like, ooh, look at this clearing. I like stuff like that is just so cool. And then I'm making my own shadow through it too. I mean, wait. It looks weird, but I'm making my own shadow for it. Let's find a cave of some description if we don't find a village. Because we've gone for like 1,600 blocks and found nothing. Which is another slight flaw in, you know, really beautiful stuff like this. Is your actual vision, your like understanding of the world goes down. It's why like speedrunners and pro players always turn the graphics down to the minimum. Because it's like, why would I want to see anything... Like, extra detail is just extra noise for your brain to process. And it's funny because, you know, that extra noise is what you're specifically trying to buy, or what you're specifically trying to get in a pack like this. But it doesn't make it any less true that it is noise. So let's put some torches down, and let's see what's in here. I did take my bed, we're good. Ooh. So, yeah, very bright. This is an actions and stuff thing, the weird glow that it gives. But let's see what's in here. That's copper that glows, I think. That's coal. I'm going to pick up some coal because I bet I need some. At some point, I will value having a big pile of coal. Because otherwise, it will be too dark and we'll just die. The Never is always a mess in a realistic pack. Oh, yeah. Why is a Pluto? I'm glad you mentioned it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to going there. Showing that one off. Okay, so yeah, I have no idea what's in this cave. Like, if you think it's pitch black, you don't understand how pitch black it really is. It's daytime, but this cave has no light over here. Maybe we can fix that, but yeah, it's crazy. Without the copper ore here, it'd be literally pitch black. And I think that's interesting. But it's not a very big cave. I'd like to find like a big 1.18, like, you know, true caves and cliffs style cave. But for now, we don't have that. So, whoa, it's like real darkness, says Zero Rules. Yeah, but again, I'm not the only player. I know it's not me. It feels like a cheesy thing to say, but I love cheesing the darkness. I feel like just because it's dark in Minecraft, it doesn't mean you shouldn't see. I'm not the only one who's like turns their brightness up to 100 because they believe that they, you know, like, it's the weird thing about, you could say gamers if you want to use a term like that, but people have like desires to see even when you shouldn't see. You know, in the real world, no one is ever like, well, it's dark and that's a good thing, right? To make the point some more, I guess. So in this cave, not a lot either. Yeah, it'd be really cool to find a big epic size cave, and I bet we will find one eventually. But we're going to keep on scrolling through this wilderness, and we're also going to watch another sunset, which is going to be nice. It's going to be real nice. But yeah, whenever I play these in survival, I feel like there's so much less that you can get done. Because there's probably a village that's somewhere around here, like a plains biome, a desert. I just have no clue where it is. You get that original feeling of Minecraft back. That exploration with no real idea of where it will take you. And it's one of the things that makes you realize that high render distances of like, it's something that's objectively a good thing, but it also takes something from you too, right? It takes some of this ability away also. So I'm gonna go for a little boat ride while the sun sets. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's just nice. Breaks the immersion if I can't stub my toe in the darkness. It's true. I mean, if you don't feel like you have no idea what's happening and it's confusing, are you even in the real world? The answer is of course not. So, is this a single time thing or a series, says Wise Pluto? I think the, I think I want to play around with stuff like this more, but in this particular case, we'll do it as a one-time. I definitely will start a new series with some silly stuff on at some point, but I think right now we're not there. But good to see you, PoggyIsLit. Hope you're doing well today. PoggyIsLit is the creator of this wonderful pack. The pack can look really good if the gamma, if the deferred settings is set to low. Okay, we're gonna go to gamma in particular. Okay, we're gonna go to video. Maybe I was wrong about brightness. Maybe what you actually mean is in here somewhere. Gamma, is this gamma? No, that's bloom. Adjust brightness. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we got that set to I think roughly where she said to in the. I believe so. And we'll set brightness back up to 100. Oh, it's weird that my bed glows like this. Why does the bed glow like this? That's very interesting. Look, you can see the bed reflecting in the water. You can't see anything else reflecting. Even a torch doesn't do it. Why is that? Increase the bloom. This is cursed. Yeah, this is just a bed and nothing else, chat. It's like a dream. It's been so long since I've seen land. I genuinely have no idea if I'm ever going to see it again. Yeah, this feels like a demo or something. It feels like I've hit the out of bounds limit. The moon looks like a giant plate. I don't even see the moon. I'm going to go looking for it. I see it. Yeah, it's a very glowy plate. Items have a bug where they glow on their own. I wonder which items and why. For me, it's the shadow realms. Chat, it's been so long since I've seen anything. Just for comparison, oh, I can't. While you're in a boat, you can't turn off, you can't turn this stuff off. So this looks like something. I'm praying. Please be something and not just another forest. If it's another forest, I'm gonna go crazy, chat. I've been in forests all day. I don't want to be like that anymore. I need to find a biome with some actual content in it. But we'll go to sleep here if nothing else. So this is lovely. There's a little, whatever this is. I don't know what that is, actually. Let's sleep through the night, though. Do glow squids actually glow here, says Fun? Good question. Oh, wow. Water looks way better when it's in a form like this, huh? Wow. That's some pretty water. It's funny though, because when you make, again, there's an interesting thing about some types of realism. Draw your attention to the things that aren't the realism. I feel like this is one of them. By the way, we hit 60 Longboys sold earlier. Thank you to Kat for mentioning that. That means we're 30% of the way to them being able to be made. Again, the actual goal is 400, just to be clear, so you don't think I'm like changing the game later. 400 is where like it actually makes sense to, but we can just about do it at 200. But there's all sorts of things that happen. I mean, we're aiming for 400, and so to hit 60 already within just the first couple days feels very good. Feels very, very good. Okay, let's now break our boat, and let's pray that this way there's something that isn't this. Let's just hope. Hey, Toycat finally hit 1.89 million subscribers. Hey, I feel like we're fairly close to 1.9. It's a real bummer. I've had this question asked quite a few times in person, and the like, you know, it's like, so when's the next award coming? It's like 10 million subscribers, and it's like, oh, Yeah, you need to, like, average, like, 100,000 a month for, what is that, like, 7 years in a row? And I feel like people just don't subscribe at the same rate that they used to on YouTube. So it means getting, like, you know, hundreds of millions of views a month so that, you know, maybe 1 in 1,000 of those people subscribe. And I feel like that's a bit of a bummer. Why is the bed glowing? It's the same reason that your bed in real life glows. I think you'll find. Use third person cam. I don't think anyone plays Minecraft in third person. As cool as it is to see these animations, I don't like the fact that my arms like kind of jump down like this. But yeah, so as cool as it is to see the animations, I don't think it's like a good actual representation of stuff. It's just good for getting nice clips. Okay, finally we got a cherry grove. It's not the biome I wanted. Oh, and there we go. Finally we got it. It took me some time, chat. But here we go. IBXToycat, I got your Let's Play World in the Marketplace today. Finally got to explore it, and I'm having a blast. Oh, awesome, Wolfie. It's really interesting. So the Let's Play is officially on sale, and the Ultra Flat is, like, unofficially on sale. And I have some interesting psychology to share. By the way, we just found a village that is inside of a hole here. Should we go light his house up? I feel like we owe it to him to do that. So I think that boats don't cause full damage anymore, right? Chat, am I correct about that? We'll find out. We'll find out. Oh, it doesn't. Perfect. So yeah, there's a couple of houses in here, actually. So I love this. We're going to definitely just light it up a little bit more, though. Maybe we'll be good. Are the gifted memberships working? Yeah, they've shown up, Jessup Kane. Sorry, I guess they're not showing up on screen now that you mention it. But I've seen them in chat. And I mentioned a thank you too. But if you missed it, thank you very much for the couple of gifted memberships. Okay, so... Oh, man. These torches do nothing. This is the biggest problem with fancy lighting. It's like, you can see when there's no light, but when there is light, you can't really... Okay, I think one of my villagers died. I gotta save this guy. He's the good type of villager too. Not to imply there is a bad type of villager, but there definitely is, right? Okay, he doesn't need that much of a house anyway. So we're gonna go into the darkness of this cave, and we're gonna I'm gonna make sure I sleep in a bed, actually. Like, oh, it's dark over here. Just gonna temporarily set my spawn. Respawn point set. Perfect. And then we're gonna repatch this guy's house up, because I'm feeling a little bit guilty about my role in its destruction. So we'll patch up the creeper hole. I am, of course, an adult. And then... One sec. Chat, I hear some weird noises on my roof. I think there's a bird doing something up there. One sec. Wait, this is a bad place to be checking that. Let's shut the... Oh, I bet it's raining, actually. There's been a couple of pigeons that keep jumping on my window. I've got like a diagonal window because I live in an attic. And so, yeah, okay. I'm going to eat this and then immediately get away from this chat. It is a scary time to be in a cave. Your sense of awareness is just all gone. And the number of torches you have to place is a little bit high, but I think we just survived that. Okay, nice. So yeah, how do you feel about caving like this? What do you reckon, chat? It is cool, but it feels like you have to prepare so much more. It does what I mentioned before. Like, it makes you feel like you're a noob on your first day again. You have no idea where a monster's gonna show up and stuff like that. IBXToycat coming to the marketplace soon. Is that my new username? I bet this is... Yeah, it's copper. Is it copper? Yeah, it's copper. I don't want any copper. I don't need a lightning rod. If I did want a lightning rod, you know, I wouldn't want a lightning rod. That's the answer. So I'm going to make a furnace soon. It's a little bit dark in here, so I'm just going to light my way back up to the surface. But it literally is hard for me to tell. Like, how do I get back up there? Do I even get back up there? Do I just mine a little thing through here? It's broad daylight, but we're so deep in a cave that all the light is just lost. Also, we're 30% funded. It's true, Erode. 30%. It's very good news. If you haven't already heard the good news, chat, Long Boys are, in fact, officially back For the first time ever, it's a special, it's called a rewind event that makes sure we're doing just to bring back the Long Boy and a couple of other popular choices. But it's really, really cool because it means that, again, they're making a whole brand new one. It's going to have like a little second edition thing in there. You get a holographic sticker. If you haven't checked out the page for the Long Boy at least, please do so. It's got a fun little section where everyone who wants to have their name public can have it. And most importantly, it has all the Long Boys you could ever need. Which, as we all know, is you get 2 and then they can play tennis together. This is a very important thing that we all need. Yeah, it's just too dark, chat. Even on the way back up with all the torches, I just can't see anything. So we're going to place a furnace and put, like, 2 in there. And I'm going to cook up all the rest of my beef because I'm going to need a lot of it. But let's just... Yes, looking down in the cave, I can see great because you can see there's, like, light coming in here or something. Natural light is the only way to see anything, basically. Only 18 days to buy. Yeah, 18 days left to get yourself a Long Boy. Make sure you do. Does this work on older GPUs, like the 1080 Ti? Should do. It's designed to work on phones, if you will believe it. And so is a 1080 Ti better than a phone? I don't know. Ask someone who knows phones and 1080 Ti's. The 1080 Ti was the graphics card that was around when I first got into building PCs. That was like the big bad boy. I think I got a... I guess not when I was first into PCs, actually. I think my first graphics card would have been in the 9 generation. I remember thinking how impossibly powerful a 980 was. And now you hear about 980s as like, oh yeah, this is like a bottom mid-range PC or something. It's like funny how standards have changed. Caves are dark, and I do think they'll improve it later on. This is a preview after all. Do you think that it is easily improvable, PoggyIsLit? That's my question. You know, you're someone who plays around with the actual settings. You dive deep into the things you can do with it. Do you think that the caves are easily fixable? Because at some point, I feel like it requires like a lot of lighting changes. The only time they work is when the game doesn't know that there's not meant to be light in them. But even then, it's not that we can see well, we just see less poorly than we're used to. So let's climb up. I'm going to go eat some steak and go to sleep. And then we're going to try and go to the Nether. And I guess actually we're going to find a saddle first. I still am on track to do that, I bet. So let's get some raw beef out of there. Eat one of these, and then we'll eat the other one tomorrow after we've healed up a couple times. But let's go to sleep. It's not nighttime. It looks like it's nighttime. It's so dark, but we just didn't know. We just don't realize. Minecraft, miners don't have a light on the helmet. Miners have a light on the helmet. Why doesn't Minecraft? Exactly. Why don't we go into the mines and end up with a respiratory failure that we have to cure with a potion? You could make the potion of respiratory failure, but to find it, you've got to research the potion. And if you want to research the potion, then you need to do substantial amounts of capital investment, find a bunch of non-working recipes first. You know, it's a really good idea. Mojang, please hire me. I'll make your game significantly less fun. And I swear, people will love me for it. Also, Long Boy Tennis, says Wiser Pluto. Exactly, Long Boy Tennis is available at a Long Boy coming near you very soon. So let's break this now. And then let's jump in here. By the way, Long Boy, come light the environment, says just okay. So I'm going to grab this bed. I actually really shouldn't because it's my only respawn point and it's very dark. Gonna make another one down here and just gonna sleep in it. And in the morning we'll be able to go up. But yeah, I think caves in the Nether are the biggest like areas of improvement needed. And so let's go to both of them. In like very small quantities. Yeah, actually I need to go into that cave deeper to get some iron. I'll stack up after I've done that. I've got the food now. I've got as many torches as I realistically can. Let's see if we can't end up with enough iron to make a bucket. Because then we'll be set. So, make some extra torches. This guy's running around like a maniac. And let's see if we can't find iron. Oh, that's an Enderman. Terrifying looking Enderman. Yeah, is this iron? No, that's copper. Okay, is this iron? That's probably iron, right? Yeah, that's probably iron. No, that's copper. It's a fun game. Is it iron? And the answer is it's never iron. Okay, so down here, I feel like we're getting pretty close to the source of all the iron. I see so many eyes running towards me. Okay, I'm running past them. I'm running past the eyes. Okay. This is fine. Everything is fine, chat. I don't see anything. Let's see if there is a way to make it visible underground. Oh, I don't even know where I am. Okay. So there's just one little zombie that way. Okay, there's a couple of little zombies this way. Oh no. Oh, it's a big wall. I don't know why there's a big wall here. Okay, is there iron down there? There's something down there. Is this iron? Oh, we might actually, for the first time, I think, maybe, we might actually be where iron is. Okay, I'm gonna have to fight with my pickaxe. Oh, if I break the pickaxe, though, I won't be able to mine the iron. Oh, it's truly a struggle of the ages. I just need 2 pieces of iron and I can make a bucket. So that's what I'm gonna aim for. Was that iron, actually? I feel like there was ore there, but now there isn't. Unless it was up here somewhere? Chat, did you see iron? Did I imagine it? Don't tell me I did. Did I? I'm glad someone made creepers more realistic. Where's the iron? Did I imagine it? Also, it's 7-Eleven day. It is, in fact. I was in the US in 7-Eleven day a couple of years ago. You really do just go in there and get a free Slurpee. You really do. It's incredible. Okay, yeah, there's no, there's a witch. It was blown up. It can't, you can't blow up all the iron. There was like 5 pieces of it. Is that iron over there, actually? Okay, I'm gonna assume that's iron. I'm just gonna mine it. I'm gonna hope that it is, in fact, iron. Oh, it's lapis, for God's sake. Hate when you're trying to mine iron and you find lapis instead. Such a common problem. Okay, let's just get out there and let's... Okay, is this gravel or diorite? It's diorite. It's so dark. I have no visual aids. But I think we'll find some iron on the way out here. Like, there must be some more. There's not one vein of iron in a cave system this big. In fact, let's... There we go. Look at how much easier it is to see. It's like positively as lit as you would want it to be. And then this is how it looks with the lighting. Speaking of lighting, Larry Nannery, Toycat Tax, friends in the States, it's free Slurpee day at 7-Eleven. Toycat, what's your favorite flavor? It's a bit basic, but I like the novelty of a Coke slush. Here, I don't know why. This is one of the ways in which we are failing as a country. You know, we used to be a country over here. But one of the ways that we just didn't keep up with the evolving world was that America got Coke slushes. You know, like a slush, but it's made from Coke. And you get it in a, you know, like a half-gallon size if you feel like it. It's really good. Real big fan. There is no such equivalent here. And so, just get, even, like, Mountain Dew is my go-to actual, like, favorite if I had to use the word. You know, trying to use a superlative is always very hard because no one knows their exact, you know, favorite anything. It takes a while to really nail down what you really even like about the things you slightly like, let alone the things you like about the things you like most. Okay, I'm gonna check the cave now. There was iron. Is it? Oh, it's lit up. It looks slightly different. Okay, I'm gonna go pick it up. Is this iron too, actually? No, that's definitely copper. Is this copper? There's only one way to know for sure. Okay, so that's 2 iron. Oh, it's just a single piece of iron? Why must I suffer? Why must I suffer so much? In darkness. Okay, so finding a 3rd piece of iron is probably going to be best done by killing the golem at this point. Increasing the gamma makes everything look washed out and bad. Oh, I want to see what it looks like when we make it look washed out and bad. I'm sorry if this is, like, painful for you, PoggyIsLit. Also, should we turn this up? We probably should, huh? I'm sorry if this is painful for you, but I need to know what happens if we turn that all the way up. Also, is it the same brightness setting? It is a different brightness setting. Oh. Yeah, it's much more visible.
Howdy, Toycat.
Terrible, but visible.
I'm on day 4 without power, but what I do have is Toycat.
Happy?
And also COVID. Yippee. Here is your allowance.
Okay, first of all, thank you very much for the tip, Pookie. I'm sorry to hear about power. Yeah, it is crazy to me that large parts of Texas are without power. Yeah, it's very washed out, I agree. It's good for seeing stuff, but still not that good for... Is this iron? I think this is. No, it's copper. It's always copper. Is this iron? No, that's copper. That's why I appreciate it. I think it's crazy that Texas has just, like, not got power. A lot of people are trying to make it, like, a political point, and, you know, I'm not, you know, you do you on that one. But I think it is interesting that that can happen at all in a, like a, so is this iron right here the whole time? No, it's copper. Like a, you know, a wealthy nation. The US is one of the wealthiest countries in the world, and Texas is one of the wealthiest states within that country. Like, I genuinely, like, I know people, when you ask, they're just like, here is some political fact I heard that I can beat someone to death with. But it's like, no, what's the actual, how do you have a power grid with so little resilience? Like, the UK has a similar population, or, like, you know, it's maybe only slightly larger than Texas. And we have our own power grid, right? We're not connected to the European grid outside of a couple cables, but it doesn't go down all the time. How does that happen? What's the deal? Did he just vanish and come back? Okay, let's find the golem. This is going to be my next target. If I want to actually have any success, that's what I'm going to do it. So, what is the pack that makes Minecraft look that good? It's PoggyIsLit's Luminous streams, but you can use any, you know, pack that uses the graphic settings. This is one of the best examples of it, though. And that's why we're using it. To be honest with you, this is RTX, but with worse graphics. I've seen RTX packs that look better than this on Bedrock. Chat, do you think it'd be fun to go back into RTX for a bit and give it a proper comparison that way? I did a comparison video, and apparently my conclusions aren't agreed with by everyone, and I thought that was interesting. I felt like I even must have made some mistake somewhere for the amount of disagreement we ended up with. Okay, I'm going to cook up the iron so I can make a... Yeah, I'll cook up the iron and make a sword. And then I'll make a stone axe. And then I'm going to kill the golem with an iron sword. You don't need to use an iron sword, but I appreciate the convenience of it all. And then we'll cook up that. Okay, Mr. Golem, you're going to die. Bad news. So yeah, you can see with the gamma turned up all this way, the surface is a little bit crazier. What happened to RTX? Didn't it die or something? That's a good question. They clearly had some exclusive contract with NVIDIA. NVIDIA spent a lot of money promoting it. Okay, honestly, do you know how Minecraft promised there would be RTX on consoles as a way to sell Xbox One X's? NVIDIA did that with graphics cards, just slightly less misleadingly, you know, because it was technically there. Like, it's weird because Minecraft is the most played game, and so it's hard to sell people on graphics for a game that looks like Minecraft. But it still is the thing that every company tries to do. And I think that is fascinating. Okay, I don't actually need to put coal in there. I'll leave it in anyway. So now I need to make a bucket. And a shovel. No, I think I'll make a shield, actually. I feel like this will be my essential survival tool. Let's use it for something. Oh, whoa! Look at that! Look at that, chat! Wow! This is actions and stuff. So again, just to show you, if you're curious as to what add-ons we're using, does it tell you actually? Game. Down here. We're using Luminous streams. We're using actions and stuff, and we got the preview hider. It's a very fun little, very fun little tool there. Can we change the settings of Luminous streams inside of it? We can't. We cannot. Actions and stuff is so cool. Yeah, there's so many people on Bedrock. Like, there's been this big debate over graphics and how they should work and all this noise for a while. Look at this. Ooh. But the way that actions and stuff works, everyone just loves. Like, there's all sorts of details where you're like, you know, this is actually pretty cool. Can you reduce gamma, says Blaze8712. So yeah, let's quickly, I'm going to quickly test something important, because I want to see what the world looks like with the lowest gamma. So Poggy specifically recommends, so basically, when you play these packs, you have not just brightness, but you also have a gamma setting, which is right here. I don't know if it actually is gamma. Everyone's calling it gamma, and I'm taking their word for it. And this is roughly where PoggyIsLit recommends we play, the person who made this pack. I'm going to turn it down, though. Oh my god, chat! Oh, it's scary. Oh, let's go to sleep. If I can find the bed. So, there's no good reason to be playing on this. IBXToycat, how soon are you going to go to the depths of the nether? As soon as I find a lava pit. So yeah, if you have gamma set to 0, in the day it looks like nighttime. No, it looks worse than nighttime. This is the worst experience I think I've ever had doing anything. Okay, so we know that this looks bad, and we also know that turning it all the way to the max looks bad, right? Just to confirm that's true. Yeah, it's like, it's too over bright. It looks like, you know, it looks like oversaturated. So, the nice middle ground, I think, rather than going all the way down, is we'll go as far down as we can bear. So I bet we could go, like, there. I bet we'd still be able to see. It'd be slightly oversaturated, but slightly more Minecrafty. What do you reckon, chat? Do you agree with this decision? Or did you like it better before? Because if we're going to the nether, there's no way I'm surviving without this. Just gonna level with you on that one right now. So yeah, let's go to the nether. I'm excited to die. And I've got my bucket. By the way, look at that. I don't know if this is actions and stuff, but my bucket is 3D. It makes it very cute. I'm carrying a pail of water around. Let's also pick up some armor. That's gonna be it's pants again. I've got enough to make a chest plate though. Yeah, I think it's worth making a chest plate. So we'll make a chest plate from leather, or maybe some boots, depending on if we go across a thingamajiggy biome. We'll pick up a couple hay bales. It's a handy block to have. And then as soon as we find lava, chat, we're jumping in it. It looks like I woke up in the morning and forgot my glasses. Yeah, it looks like, if anyone else has contact lenses, I wear the monthly type. And in the mornings, if you wake up when you've been wearing contact lenses, you have to, like, blink a bunch, because everything just kind of looks like, it looks like the astigmatism effect, you know, where you see, like, lights coming out of stuff. Everything just looks a bit wrong. And so I have to say, this is slightly worse looking. You wouldn't use this to make fancy trailers or whatever. It's slightly worse looking and everything, but it is slightly more playable, and I think that makes a big difference. So we're going looking for lava now. I've got my water bucket. I'm just looking for a lava bucket. It's so fun to watch yourself skip as you do this too. Again, I know one plays in third person, but isn't it a joy to watch it this way? You sleep in your contacts? No, my contacts are in me while I sleep. It's a very crucial difference. I sleep in a bed, not in a pair of contact lenses. IBXToycat, I've lowered the vibrancy of the pack. I'm not sure when I'll release. The update. Yeah, I would say, if it makes you feel better, like, I feel like when you see, like, YouTube videos saying, like, oh yeah, I like this, I don't like this, it probably feels like a lot of pressure as a creator. I bet, though, like, yeah, most people are down to wait until it unpreviews in most cases. Ooh, cases for most things. I really like this waterfall. It looks so much better. Like, I know it's just a cave with a water thing running into it, and I know I won't be able to see anything down that cave. But I want to be able to. So I saw a lava pit all the way at, like, 0, chat. But I know that's too far away, and I bet I'll find a lava pit somewhere else sooner. So I'm going to turn my render distance up to max. Tell me if you see lag while we do this, because we're literally going to... We shouldn't be doing this, chat. Yeah, I heard my PC fans kick up a gear there. Oh, yeah. But it looks a little bit better, and we should be able to see lava a little easier. Okay, let's jump, let's jump, let's jump, let's jump, let's jump. And let's see if we don't see some lava. Is it your birthday 2 days, says Chantalix Lee. It is, chat. I've got some crazy news for you. It is my birthday, 2 days. By the way, I want to quickly check if the Longboy counter is live or not. Okay, so just... It is live. Okay, that's cool to know. Or at least we haven't proved it is live. We proved it wasn't broken there. So it's my birthday in 2 days, chat. It's really exciting. I've got a silly long day planned for it. I feel like I got like, a few of my closer friends, just gonna go around, hang out, do some silly things. And ultimately, okay, should we pick this up? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for it. I don't know how this pickaxe keeps lasting. It looks like it's dead. If you sleep with contacts, they can get stuck behind your eyes, and it's not fun. Happened to me. So to be clear, you really should not sleep with daily contacts. I hope anyone watching this right now, if you ever hear like wake up in contacts, really bad if you use the regular ones, but they make specifically like sleep extended wear ones. I've been doing it for about 8 years now, and I haven't had any problems. I think though it's like, I think even if you wear daily ones, you should wear these ones. Like if you had enough money, you would wear these ones every day and take them in and out. But these ones are so good that you don't need to take them in and out, like regular ones. Because regular ones, you're doing some real damage to your eye if you wear them for 18 hours a day. But these ones, you can wear them for 24 hours a day. They say you can wear them for up to 4 weeks. My eye doctor says I should take them out every week. And so I listen to my eye doctor, my optometrist, is it? Optometrist? Whatever they are, the people with the ability to tell me what I can and cannot do. That's what they think, at least. But anyway, that's what they say to me. And so, yeah, speak to a professional. Don't take eye advice from a man on the internet. Don't take eye advice from someone who claims to be a cat. You know what I can tell you about? I can tell you where to get the best plushes. I can tell you how it's been almost 29 years since I was born. I thought even with monthly and weekly, you're supposed to take them out and clean them before bed. Yeah, so as I understand it, there's like 4 or 5 categories of contact lenses, but there's daily disposable, there's daily reusable, and then there's extended wear. And the extended wear category is like newish. Like it didn't exist when I was a child. So it could turn out in 10 years, like, yeah, this is the worst thing you've ever done to your eyes. They're going to fall out by the time you're, 29. But, yeah, no, that's like 2 days away. I don't need to worry about that. By the way, Cian Sheep, I love your extra long boy. Very beautiful. Also, when we're in a boat, our render distance went down. Do you remember this happened to me before? With Realism Craft? Do you remember that? Yeah, when you're in a boat, you're... Okay, if anyone here knows what's going on with the graphics technology for that to happen, why would that possibly... Extended wear was a thing 40 years ago, says Puzzleagle. Well, then no one told me about it. Seriously, it was like one conversation I had with someone and they're like, oh yeah, I just wear these... And I was like, why would no one tell me? It's like learning, every car has a self-driving mode that no one's been using because they just enjoy driving. And it's like, it's cool if you guys enjoy driving that much. Sometimes it's fun to drive. But when you're on the highway for like 45 minutes, it's like, I don't want to be doing that. I want to be in the back seat browsing Twitter. And right now, that's a crime, Like, it would be cool if there was a mode where I could do that legally. And why has no one told me about it if there is? Yeah, you get in the boat, and your render distance comes down. But not all at once. Does it just load in smaller amounts? There's gotta be something really weird happening in here. Here in Kosovo, the power can go out from a little thunderstorm. They turn it off to protect from lightning. See, these are things that are concerning to me. That people it's. I guess it all comes down to like quality of life at some point, right? We're all looking for quality of life. There are all sorts of ways you can measure it. But one of the sad things about stuff is once you have something, it's really weird to have it go away. I bet there's a lava bucket in there. Ooh, feather falling. I'll take these boots. That's one of the biggest ways to lose quality of life is to have something, to be reliant on it, and then for it to go away. And so it's really, really weird. I actually don't know which way to go. It looks like the Java map, chat. I don't know how to know which way is the correct way. It's, But yeah, sorry, I got real distracted by this map. I hope I'm going the correct direction. Dash is an example of quality of life, no coordinates. Exactly, I don't know where I die. If Dash is not there, we just assume she'll always be there. But then one day she gets sanctioned and it's gone. In America, a cop pulled over a self-driving taxi with nobody in it, driving in the wrong lane. He couldn't even write his ticket because there wasn't a specific person he could give it to. Oh, I really enjoy trying. Okay, I shouldn't. Like, I have to admit it's like an erosion of the social contract or whatever. But it's so amusing to me to watch a police officer try to pull over a self-driving car. Again, it's interesting. Also, the fact that the map floats, not my favorite thing in the world. Also, we haven't seen lava in days. I guess because we just don't see as much anymore. It's the downside. Yeah, we think we see lots, but we don't see very much. Yeah, I think the highway for 45 minutes. I did 2.5 hours today, 4.5 yesterday, doing 6.5 in 2 days. See, Benjamin Mileski, thank you for watching the streams. I would like to start this comment with, and then I'd like to end the comment with, what's wrong with you? 2.5 hours is more than 10% of a day. 6.5 hours is more than a quarter of a day. And when you consider the amount of time you're awake, it's like half your day that you're sitting there like this. Oh wait, yeah, it's not that much. It's like... I think you go crazy. That is the case. You know, maybe I've had this idea for a while, chat. But I think what we should do is we should have like a car, like especially when you're on like a 6-hour highway drive, you should get like one car that has like big long ropes attached to the front of your car, and then he can do all the driving. You just have to like attach yourself to him. And then you get like a bunch of cars all together, like all going together, like all going in the same direction, because you're going to the same place anyway, right? So you sit in your car, you're in your nice little box, but it's being pulled away by someone else. And then like, because you're all just going to the same place and it's miles away, you could replace the wheels. You could like build rails into the road, and you could like replace the wheels with like, you know, like obviously railway wheels. Lower traction, lower cost. You could build some like overhead wires to feed the train, make it electric, make it low cost. And then you could like, instead of all being in your individual cars, because that's gonna be a pain when you get to your destination, you could just like have like a seat on like one much larger car. It's an idea I've been working on forever. I haven't been able to get the funding though. Anyway, with that said, I think, you know, at one point we used to just build trains because it was profitable, chat. We used to do it. You don't want a car, you just... or you could load your car onto a train, says Zero Rules. Or onto a boat and have someone boat you around. It's weird, because car trains used to be quite popular. I think the fact that they're not is very interesting. Like, I would love... If I was a car owner, I obviously live in somewhere, I'm lucky enough not to have it. You know, it's interesting that you say that, right? Lucky enough not to have a car. And it's like, I'm lucky enough not to have willingly spent... You know, like, I know, it's like a... It's weird they're seen as a rich thing to not spend a lot of money on a piece of metal that then costs a lot of money. Weird logic. It's like, you know, I'm lucky enough not to own a house. I live under the bypass. And really, if you think about it, out of the two of us, that makes me the wealthy one and you the poor one, slaving away at a mortgage. You know. Anyway, yeah, gift memberships look broken. Thank you so much, Mischievous, for gifting 10 memberships. I have no idea why they didn't show up on screen. I'm moving myself, and with just my own pickup truck. Can't afford a moving truck. My parents offered to pay for my driving gas, but not for a truck, so I'm doing it all myself. I read the most horrifying story today. Wait, first I want to say, Benjamin, credit for doing it yourself. The price of moving is always way more than you expect it to be. Like, every time I hear that someone moved using a moving service, I'm like, oh, yeah, I didn't realize how much wealth you had over there. That's the version of like, oh, yeah, I temporarily had 2 houses. And then it was such a big problem that I couldn't even get my stuff from... I have so much stuff, it doesn't easily go from one to the other. I have to hire a service to move my stuff for me. You know, like, I moved a lot in my childhood. Like, 5-6 times. And moving day was the worst day of my life every time. I was like, I will never move. I have like some built-in trauma about moving. As an adult, you get the same, but with like transaction fees. Like, if I moved into a house that cost the exact same as my house, you know, you'd figure it would cost 0, but there's like huge like government taxes and you know there's like mortgage rearrangement. There's all sorts of fees that make you just go, yeah. Even if I hated my house, even if it started smelling like swamp water, you know, I would still live in it. It would appear the green color of the water is hard-coded feature for now. I don't think we can change water fog yet. Yeah, it's really interesting that it's green. I have no idea why it would be. Also, it's interesting that my render distance has gone down again. I can't see over there unless it's just water. Is it... Did it turn in my video settings? No, it's 24 chunks. I should be seeing pretty far, but I just can't. Like, what's over there? I genuinely can't tell you. I guess it must be like a way to balance performance. I've only moved when I was 1. It's considered disrespectful if you move out without getting married. Oh, it's interesting. Too bad Dasher isn't here to draw attention to my hilarious jokes. Tell your hilarious joke again, Chantal. You have permission. No one else does. You're ever in chat and you drop in the same joke multiple times or the same comment multiple times? Secretly thinking, but especially if I read the first one, I'll be like, yeah, this person thinks they're so good, huh? It's rarely the funny people who do it. It's you know, thoughtful people are like, I probably saw that and didn't like it. The more you doubt yourself, the better you'll be as a person. It's weird that there's a little bit of truth of that, but I don't think it's good advice. If only you were lucky enough to not have a house. You know, I wish I was lucky enough not to have a house. You know, soon we'll be flexing about stuff like, you know, I'm lucky enough to live in a situation where I don't have, you know, like a cooktop or anything. You know, if you think about the amount of energy it uses to shower every day, I'm actually really glad that I just drink the water that comes out of my local pond. You know, E. coli sounds like a bad thing, but when you hear how much it saves you on, you know, if you think about the fact that getting an ambulance to the hospital is free and getting an Uber to, you know, like somewhere near the hospital isn't free. If you think about that, then, you know, like there's some oh, that was weird. It's just really I feel bad for you that you have running water in your home. I really do. Toycat, how does it feel to live on a giant island? I mentioned I think about this a lot, Owen Hammond. Because apparently in the Catan rules, outside of the UK, the way you decide who goes first is who was last on an island. And it's weird because in the UK that just doesn't work because we're always on an island. But it is such a large island that it genuinely doesn't feel like one. You get all the benefits of island culture. You know, like the fact that it's unique or whatever. And without having to have all the downsides of like, stuff just doesn't arrive. Like there's a lot of supply chains already on this island. I think it caused problems during the COVID era, but like, I don't know, what didn't have problems in the COVID era? So, will this be on Bedrock? Alex the Third, I've got good news for you. Look up. I'm playing on Bedrock. Look, my hand is gone missing because it needed to let you know about the fact that it's Bedrock. In the USA, calling an ambulance is a threat. Yeah, I guess it's the other way around. Like, you know, you're unlucky enough to have health, you know, insurance, or you know that means that anytime anyone wants to call you in $1,000 Uber, they just have to call an ambulance service. Honestly, I'm not gonna dive into an accidental healthcare debate here. Also, I went all the way to the X, but I didn't go further. But yeah, I think it's really interesting that like you call 999 there, and you ask for an ambulance, and they're like, just so you know, this will cost $1,000. And it's like, that's not a public service at that point, is it? That's not even a... Yeah, you're doing someone a disservice. It's, you know, when you need the... But then, I guess, it's the other side of that is, I guess there are probably always ambulances available. Whereas here, like, frequently during busy times, they'll be like, it's a 3-hour wait for an ambulance. Obviously, if it's a real emergency, they'll get to you. But if they think it's not enough emergency for them, they'll be like I've heard of people's grandmas like sitting on the floors, you know, like 'cause they've broken an ankle or something, and they're like, if it's a busy time, it's a busy time, right? There's a whereas there are some people who are like, well, you know, if I Uber to the hospital, that's some money. Where I think economics creates all sorts of weird incentives because people only have so much money, and therefore spend it in interesting ways. My sister is 5100 or something. And I'm on 1, what's your emergency? Need an ambulance, insurance, and policy number. Yeah, so what happens? Also, this is so interesting. Whoa, look how good the rain looks, chat. Wow. Okay, I want to go to the Nether so bad. It's so hard to do it though, chat. I've gone 9,000 blocks and I haven't seen a lava pit. And I don't know that I ever will. I should have actually gone back to spawn at this point. Should we just set ourselves a Nether portal? Achievements are turned off anyway, so you'd argue there's no reason not to. Chat, what do you reckon? You know, I think we turn off the graphics for a second, and then I just it's weird that gave me real. Chat, does everyone get laggy when I did that? Is it still laggy now? Okay, so oh yeah, it's definitely I'm sorry if it slowed down a lot when I turned this off. Okay, let's go looking for some lava. We're going to use the higher render distance that comes with no fruitification. It looks so dull, right? Like, it looks so sad. Do you see this? Okay, what do we see around here? Nothing. There's no lava for me. Okay, plan 1 didn't go according to plan. It's interesting that there's lag when we turn it off, but not on. It's the opposite of what you'd expect. So let's build ourselves a portal, chat. Oh, I went through all that effort to do this the legit way. But I guess now we'll stop. So this suspicious stew gave me... It must be saturation if I don't notice the effect. And now we're going to just make a portal. I want to see how well this works, because I know the answer is going to be poorly. So we make a portal. Actually, we'll like fill an area in for a portal. We make this like 7 blocks of portal. There we go. Wait, where'd it go? Is it? There's no portal here. Huh. I wonder why it didn't work. Chat, am I doing something wrong here? What is... Okay, we'll just give ourselves some obsidian. We'll make this the normal way. And by normal, I mean premium way. 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks so pretty. Gotta say. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I do have some flint and steel on me. And it's dark in this dimension. So I'm going to set my spawn. I'm not going to sleep through the night. Because I'm going to this place. Okay. Maybe just 1 block. You're placing it on 88 blocks, so it's breaking around you and it intersects with the blocks. It's interesting because, okay, it's so dark. Oh, so here's... Okay, I'll wait for the lag to subside. Sorry. It's a thing about switching dimensions. Well, this is horribly glitchy. Can you see now, chat? Look at that lava. Oh. Look at that lava. It's wild. Really, really wild. This whole dimension is really. So I'm going to try my best to get into that basalt delta. And we're going to try our best to survive today. Oh, okay, it's not going well. Did I look at an enderman or something? I must have. It's the only mob that spawns here, right? So I'm gonna get some TNT out. You know, gotta have your last resort ready. I'm gonna make a crafting table. And I'm gonna make a chest plate. Oh, there he is. Okay, is he still attacking me? Okay, I'm gonna put this on. Gonna eat some of this. Okay, are you back? He's teleporting around a lot. And I'm very scared, chat. You IBXToycat. Do you think we should turn it up or turn it down? Is that what you're implying? I feel like this is genuinely the gamma level I would play at if these settings, if I had them, right? Like, I would rather oversee than undersea. Maybe. You know, I'm more of a ferry than an underwater tunnel, if you know what I mean. Oh, I'm gonna die. The trees do look cool. Lava isn't even lava anymore, it's just white with a hint of yellow. Yeah, that's the problem with giving it such a high light value, is you can just about see the texture when you look at it. But it looks like a block of milk. It looks like, ooh, there's milkshake here, chat. There's some real hot milkshake. Should we drink some? Okay, I'm gonna drink a little right here. I'm just gonna break this block with my weird Lego piece. Oh no! I forgot how fast it flows! Gonna be honest with you. Shouldn't have done that. Gonna be honest with you. That was a poor decision. I'm gonna go back in. And I'm gonna go back in with lower gamma. Because that is what is being recommended. The milk killed me almost twice today. Admittedly, the first time it was drowned. Okay, so we're gonna go. Sorry, it's laggy. I forgot that happens. So we're gonna turn this down to about here, the recommended setting. We're gonna see if the Nether looks okay with it. Long boy could do better, says Owen Hammond. You know how the long boy could do better? If you went to Makeship, link in the description, and purchase one now. It's only available for 18 more days. And there's 61 of them in existence right now. So there's, our goal is 400, chat. The goal is 400. I think we'll definitely hit the minimum production, though. I feel like we're on the way. If just anyone who possibly ever could want a longboy gets one, if there's anyone in your life who would appreciate a longboy, let them know about it. It's essential. So I'm just going to put this all back on. And I think it worked out better than I would have hoped. I got everything but my sword back. And my chest plate, I guess. And also my food. But we got different food, it's fine. So this is what the Nether looks like now. It's just disastrous with such a low gamma. I didn't look at you. I didn't look at you. You don't tell me I did. Because you know it's not true. You know it's not. Okay, I'm jumping over here. You can't get me. He absolutely can get me, as it turns out. Okay, you won't die in lava. Okay, so I just need to find a block. Let me up. Let me up. Let me up. Let me up. I'm dead. No, I'm not. Okay, we're fine. Okay. Okay. I'm fine, chat. I'm doing really fine right now. This is what the Nether was meant to be. Just pure pain. Unadulterated murder incarnate. Just absolute death.
Long boy is love. Long boy is live. Long boy is yes. Happy 7 to 11 day to those who celebrate.
Happy 7 to 11 day to anyone who celebrates. Yeah, there's no way I can do the Nether with this pack on. I think if you went with full armor and you turned up the gamma a bunch to the point where it didn't look good anymore, you could. But there's obviously the second question. Oh, we're gonna have to give ourselves. You know, it's fine. I'll just go there with give Adas diamond pickaxe. All I'll have is a diamond pickaxe and I'll make the rest work by itself. Why is there a boat in here, chat? Oh, it said 8. Okay, so this is what the end looks like. Gonna be honest with you. I don't think this is a... Okay, let's turn up the gamma till the end looks good. I think that's the thing we've got to do. I reckon there it'll look fine. Yeah, that looks more reasonable. It's weird that the dragon's glowing. What do you reckon, chat? Do you think more brightness than this is needed still? It's the interesting question to get to the bottom of. But yeah, we have to mine this thing here. No, we're gonna die. Okay, so we'll give myself a bow. I'll give myself a bone. And then we'll give ourselves some arrows. 24 arrows with 23 on them. That is an arrow of healing, which I hope the dragon is allergic to. Toycat, are you on preview? I saw hardcore switch in the settings. Yeah, you can only do this in the preview right now. We should have done it on hardcore, just stacked it all together. That would be fun actually, wouldn't it? Like if we ever do a series, do it in hardcore too. So that all of this stacks up together. Oh no, don't do this to me. I don't deserve this. Okay. Yeah, I do. I deserve this. You see that I had 0 health for a bit there. Okay, we're going to try that one again. If we can find my portal. We don't need to find the portal. I'm going to turn up the gamma this time. The milkier dragon. Okay, I'm gonna see if we turn the gamma all the way up to max. If that makes things playable. Yeah, if you have gamma on max, no, it doesn't help the end. The end is a lost cause, I think. Radiance dragon. Let's turn it down to back to default. Back to like nearish default. Yeah, it's technically livable, but like it's not fun, right? I feel like this is what the end would realistically look like. You're in this crazy dimension. But it's just it doesn't line up with what you expect from it. What is that noise? Oh, please. What is that? Is that... It's gotta be that noise, but from a different perspective, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna see if my hits can heal up the dragon. So we're gonna shoot her through the neck. Yeah, that felt pretty cool, actually. Okay, let's see if the dragon heals when we hit her with one of these arrows. It's just so dark. Well, this is a look. Okay, be honest with me, chat. Is there anyone out here watching this that's like, this is how the end should look? Is there anyone out there that likes this appearance? Because it's so cool in some parts, but it's just messy as an overall effect, right? Also, the arrows aren't healing the dragon, you'll be pleased to learn. The dragon had a glow up, literally. It's true. Again, this is an effect of the streams. Like texture, not a thing to do with the graphics. I don't think, at least, if I'm wrong. Would love to hear that. Did I take that down? Hey, that was a good shot. But yeah, this is just, you know, the word unplayable is rude. I am technically playing it. Let's go after the End Islands, actually. Yeah, let's kill the dragon, then let's go after the End Islands just to see what those look like, and then we can draw a conclusion from today. You know, if there is a conclusion from today. Are there conclusions from something like this? It's a good question. But yeah, we'll just take down the dragon. Fun fact, you don't need to kill the dragon. You don't need to kill the dragon's tails, I guess I mean by that. You do need to kill the dragon to kill the dragon. Or she can kill me. Honestly, big mess. Big mess. But yeah, also, look at these portals. Wow. I think that what we learned from today is that there are some really beautiful overworld things, but the fact that caves, the Nether, and the End all are missing out is something that hopefully they can work on and consider. Because for anyone to actually be able to use these features, for anyone to actually take advantage of them, they obviously are going to need to be able to allow Minecraft to work as a whole. Like, they're making, Minecraft's making some really clever decisions about how hardcore works for creators, so that if you ever play a map or a thing with it on, you'll be able to turn it off. Stuff like that. They're making, like, clever decisions about hardcore. Hopefully they make clever decisions about stuff like this. That, like, before this is shippable, they work out how caves can look like caves and not like a mess. Because the overworld, the settings that make the overworld look good are different than the settings that make caves look good. The setting that makes the Nether playable is different than what makes the Nether look good. And the End is just unplayable every time. There's a lot of potential, but this is early days. This is, of course, just a preview, even if we hit it. And, as in, like, with the preview hider, you know, that's the reference there. This is, of course, just a preview. But it was a fun day, 6 days in the preview, apparently. I enjoyed this a lot, and maybe when this comes further along, it'd be cool to do a little hardcore series inside of it. Because I would actually like to start and make a whole new world inside this stuff. I think it'd be a lot of fun, but it's one that we're going to have to wait for. For now, thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and look at my wave. Look how realistic it is. Thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed today, because I'll see you in the next one, okay? Oh, look at my legs. Oh, why is it separating from my body? I'm Rayman. Oh, by the way, so tomorrow I figured, usually I stream on my birthday. I figured I would do tomorrow a stream literally like 11 PM or something. So like 2 hours from now, and then we can turn 29 live with all my favorite and least favorite people. But I think it'd be fun as a stream, like to have a little wholesome moment. For today, thank you for Pookie David, thank you Mischievous, Jessup Kane, thank you to everyone for showing up and showing up and showing support, and thank you for existing, unless you don't exist, in which case thank you for being a figment of my imagination. Have a wonderful day. I hope you have a lot of play, and I'll see you the next way. Oh, buy a Longboy too. The 61 sold. We're 30% funded now. We're getting there. Get you a Longboy. You deserve it. Thank you to all the ChatGPT bots keeping our engagement numbers up. That's what I'm going to start saying at the end of these videos. Okay. Thank you. See you next time, which is tomorrow. I'm going to go out for a few drinks before it. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. See you around maybe